Welcome to the Pins and Friends podcast. We're all about the downtown Bristol experience. Bowling, events, tasty food, and unforgettable fun. Join Chip Zimmerman, owner of Pins and Friends, as he brings the energy and stories that light up our community. Let the good times roll.
Looking for a venue that rolls out the fun for every occasion? Chip Zimmerman, owner of Pins and Friends, shares how their Duckpin bowling alley, arcade games, and mouth-watering food make for unforgettable birthday parties and corporate events. From strikes to snacks, find out why this spot is perfect for your next celebration. Welcome back, everybody. Skip Mauney here, co-host / producer, back in the studio with Chip Zimmerman. Chip, how's it going today?
Good. How you doing, Skip?
I'm doing just fine. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right. Well, Chip, today I wanted to ask, can I host a birthday party or a corporate event at Pins and Friends?
Oh, yeah. We love to have parties and special events. So there's a couple of ways you can go about doing that. Typically, the best way to go through that is through our website. Go to the events page, and then you can email us what you're looking to do. Whether it's a birthday party, a graduation party, wedding party, or a corporate team building event. We'll start planning that event with you. There's a couple of pre-priced packages. Also on the website, there's birthday packages. One of the easiest ways of doing that is to reserve one of those packages. One being just a pizza bowl package, party package. That gets you 2 hours of bowling on one lane with pizza and drinks for $5. And we've kind of priced it for $5 because about 5 or 6 bowlers per lane really has a good pace for all the players to have a turn. So we kind of price it that way. So if you have more than 5 or 6 people, typically we just charge on that package $8 more per person just to cover the drinks and pizza. And if you get even more people, we'll add a lane. So those start at $135 per lane. So in increments of 5. So if you have like 20 people, we may ask you might want to get 4 lanes. So that'd be 4 of those packages. Same thing with the bowling game package, where it's the same as the pizza bowl package, 2 hours of bowling, pizza for $5, but we also add preloaded game cards for the redemption arcade. So that just makes it easier for the parents to get the package, and everything's already planned: bowling, food, games. So we try to make it easier to give a price point for that. And typically it is priced for 5 guests per lane. But like I said, we can always add additional guests or additional lanes, depending on how many people. For instance, again, for the game card package, it'd be an additional $18 per person. So if you had 7 people, it'd be $180. Plus you have 2 more guests. So that would add $18 per person there. So another $36. So that it would make it about $216. So that's how it's kind of priced. A lot of people, they look at that and they think, oh, I can only have 5 people, but that's not really the intention. The intention is just kind of to make it as easy as possible to get those birthday parties booked. You can also customize it. It doesn't have to be like that. We also have the party rooms with the banquet room and the mezzanine for $100. You can get those 2 rooms privately for the 2 hours. Typically, a lot of parents like that. A lot of people like that because it's sort of like a home base. You can come in there and sit down, put your presents, put the cake, stuff like that. So a lot of people do that as well. And we do allow, of course, personalized desserts. Everybody wants a cake with their name on it, and the age, if appropriate. Some people don't like to be reminded of their age on their cake. So and I totally understand that at my age. But you are welcome to bring a personalized dessert. We ask no other outside food or drink. And then, of course, table decorations. We love for people to come in, and if they have a theme, then, they can bring their own stuff, plates, balloons, stuff like that. And we'll definitely accommodate that. So we try to make it easy for the parents. I know as a parent myself, trying to plan a birthday party can be frustrating and a little bit overwhelming, but we try to make it easy, and we try to work with those folks to make sure they get a good experience. And that's the same thing with any customized party, whether it's birthday or other kind of celebration, along with the private events with corporate events. We do a lot of very customized corporate events with a lot of the companies, local companies in Bristol, Kingsport area. in Johnson City. So just about anything's on the table, depending on what you want. Like I said, we have a very wide menu. We have a good catered menu too. And we have ways of feeding a lot of people a lot of times. So we have a taco bar or a baked potato bar, and we can feed about 125, 150 people pretty quickly, pretty easily. We've had parties as big as 180 in our place. And we'll add things like Singo. Singo, if you hadn't heard about Singo, it's like bingo with songs. So instead of people calling out numbers, you play a song for 30 seconds, or you can play the whole song if you want, and you have a card and you match it up. So a lot of people like to do that for an hour during a big corporate event. And then we're always happy to throw out the karaoke there for those budding superstars in your organization that may want to show off their chops. But karaoke is always a big hit. Sometimes we'll just, if things like the party needs a little spark, we'll throw out the karaoke just to get it going. So we've done that in the past as well. So a lot of options. And we're always open for suggestions. If you have something that you want to do, if you always want to do a party some way, then we'll definitely try to accommodate you.
Well, that was actually one of my next questions. Are there customization options available? And apparently there's a lot. I mean, it sounds like just about anything's on the table.
Everything that's legal is on the table.
Legal. Yeah,
we are only certain things that might be legal in some states.
might be across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, tell that Singo. I've not heard of that, but you said it's like bingo. If a song plays that's on your card, you mark it off. You get 4 across or 4 down, or whatever.
You'll win that round. It's pretty popular. There's themes like 90s party hits, classic 80s, or Christmas and Halloween have their different games. So the music, of course, is indicative of that season. But no, it's real fun. If you have a corporate event or you've rented the whole place for 4 hours, that's a nice little break between the eating and the bowling to do something like that where you have like a friendly competition. It gives everybody a chance to kind of sit, relax, maybe finish up some food or drink. So it's kind of a fun game, definitely.
Now, is that something that you guys developed, or is it?
No. It's something that's readily available to most venues like that, bars and restaurants like that. So it's got a nice little
Sounds
app.
Cool.
Yeah, it is. It's a very cool game.
Sounds very cool. Well, now, okay, let's say I would like to book a corporate party or a birthday party. How far in advance should somebody try to book that?
Yeah, to ensure that you have some availability at least a month in advance, that provides plenty of time for planning, especially if you want a very customized menu. It gives us a chance to make sure we get the food order in. But I will say that what we have seen in the past are we've been able to help people in emergencies who've waited too late to schedule their event, and most places can't accommodate them or they're already booked. And we're able to fit them in. So we've had a couple places, some local event venues that overbooked, and they're on the phone calling us asking if they can use our space, and luckily it was available and we were able to help them out. But we might already be booked, so that's always the issue. But typically a month. We've got one party that's scheduled in April, and they actually started the reservation process in October. So
Wow.
It's never too early. Sometimes it is too late, but it just depends on if we're booked or not. We can put a party together pretty quickly. We typically like to see it finalized about 5 days before the event, just to make sure we have the right food count, the right head count, and stuff like that. So typically we like to see everything kind of finalized 5 days before the event.
I would imagine that Saturdays are probably booked up more so than during the week.
Well, we like to kind of keep Friday and Saturday as open as possible for walk-in traffic, with downtown being busy and people coming downtown. We have a lot of events where they rent the whole place on a Friday and Saturday night. It's expensive, but they're willing to do it because that's when they want it. So, yeah, we do have a lot of parties, birthday parties on the weekends, of course, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we try to space them out to where we still have plenty of space for our walk-in traffic from visiting downtown.
Very good. Very good. Now, if somebody wants to book a party or a corporate event, do they need to call or walk in, or how can they do that?
Yeah, the best way is email. So we have an events@friends@gmail.com email. There's a link to that on our website through the events page. and you can put as much detail in there. Sometimes I just would like to have a party, and they put a date, and it's just anything to start the discussion and the conversation about what experience they're looking for with this party. So that's typically is the best way. Plus, everything's kind of written down, so there's no he said, she said kind of situation where, oh, I told you I wanted 5 pizzas and you only gave me 3. We like to have it all kind of written out and agreed to. So that's typically what we like to see is on the email. Not to say that we don't take a lot of reservations over the phone. If they're pretty simple reservations, we'll put them on the calendar and take care of them that way too. But the best way and most accurate way to make sure that your party's the way you want it is through the email.
Go through the website, which is
www.pinsandfriends.com.
Pinsandfriends.com. Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Chip, I love it. We'll catch you in the next episode. Hope you have a great rest of the day.
Yeah, you too, Skip. Thanks.
Thanks for being part of the Pins and Friends family. For more fun, check out pinsandfriends.com or visit us at 700 State Street, Bristol, Tennessee. Let the good times roll. See you next time.